Chapter 4. Birds, Beaks and Claws. Look at the picture. These are all birds. Pigeon, parrot, crow, ostrich, penguin, peacock, eagle. Different kinds of birds. A bird is an animal with feathers and wings. These are two-legged animals. Birds live in most parts of the world. Most birds can fly. But some birds like ostrich, kiwi, and penguin cannot fly. These are called flightless birds. Do you know? Ostrich is the largest bird which can grow up to 2.5 meters height. Bee hummingbird is the smallest bird which is only 5 centimeters long. Body parts of a bird. A bird's body consists of a head, trunk, wings and legs. A bird's body is shaped like a boat. Birds are light in weight. Birds have two types of feathers: down feathers and flight feathers. Flight feathers form the wings and the tail which helps the birds to fly. Down feathers help the birds to keep themselves warm. Birds have hollow bones. Beak, head, wings, tail, legs, down feather, flight feather. How do birds fly? When a bird flaps its wings, its feathers push the air back and down, so the bird moves forward and up. Birds change the direction of their flight with the help of their tails. Birds' wings perform two kinds of movements. Upstroke. When the wings move upward and backward, the movement is called upstroke movement. Downstroke. When the wings move downward and forward, the movement is called downstroke movement. Upstroke, downstroke. Beaks or bills. Different kinds of birds have beaks of different shapes. The shape of the beak reveals what kind of food a bird eats. 1. Small, hard, pointed beak. Birds like sparrows, pigeons, and finches have short, hard, horny beaks to pick up and crush seeds. Sparrow, pigeon. 2. Hooked beak. A parrot has a strong curved beak that helps it to break hard nuts and also to scoop out the fruit. Parrot. 3. Strong, sharp-hooked beak. Birds like eagles, owls, vultures, and hawks eat the flesh of other animals like snakes and rats. Strong, sharp-hooked beaks of these birds help them to tear the flesh. Eagle, owl. 4. Broad and flat beak. Ducks have broad and flat beaks. Their beaks have strainers along with the edge. Ducks eat insects, worms and water plants. Broad and flat beaks are useful for the ducks to dig and search for their food near the ponds. Water and mud go out through strainers, leaving worms in the beak which the duck eats. Duck. 5. Broad beak. The beak of a swallow bird is broad and short. It flies in the air with its beak open. Tiny insects get stuck in its mouth. Swallow. 6. Strong and heavy beak. A woodpecker's beak is very strong and hard and heavy. Its chisel-shaped beak helps the woodpecker to tap the barks of trees and eat insects inside. Woodpecker. 7. Broad, long and pointed beak. Kingfisher has a broad, long and pointed beak to catch fish from ponds and rivers. Kingfisher. 8. Beak having pouch. Pelicans have a pouch of skin under their beaks to scoop up fish. Pelican. 9. Long, strong beak. Toucans have long, strong beaks that are good at pushing leaves apart and picking fruits and nuts. Toucans. 10. Long, thin and pointed beak. A sunbird has a long, thin and pointed beak. This kind of beak is useful to suck nectar from flowers. Sunbird. Do you know? The tiny hummingbird beats its wings more than 60 times a second while it drinks nectar from flowers. Feet and claws. Different birds have different claws well suited to their living habits. These claws also help them to protect themselves from their enemies. 1. Climbing birds. Parrots and woodpeckers are climbing birds. These birds have 2 of their toes pointing upwards and the other 2 pointing downwards. They cling to trees with one foot and pick up fruit with the other foot. A climbing bird parrot. Toes of a parrot. 2. Flesh-eating birds. Vultures, eagles and owls attack and eat smaller animals. So they are called birds of prey. Their sharp and strong claws, called talons, help them to catch their prey. A flesh-eating bird, eagle. Claws of an eagle. 3. Scratching birds. Some birds, like hen, have sharp, hard claws with 3 toes in front and 1 at the back for digging the ground. They scratch the ground and search for buried seeds and insects. A scratching bird, hen. Toes of a hen. 4. Perching birds. Birds live in and around hedges and bushes. They perch and hop on branches. Crow and sparrow are some examples of perching birds. They have 3 toes in front and 1 at the back. This type of toes helps them to hold onto the branch of a tree. Perching helps the birds to sleep at night without falling. A perching bird, crow. Locked toes of a bird while perching. A perching bird, sparrow. 5. Wading birds. Water birds like cranes, herons, paddy birds and flamingos are wading birds. These birds have long legs with wide-spreading toes. Their legs do not sink into the water. A wading bird, crane. Toes of a wading bird, crane. 6. Swimming birds. Birds that swim have short legs. Front 3 toes are joined by thin skin. Such feet are called webbed feet. Such an arrangement helps these birds to swim. Birds like ducks, gulls, geese, pelicans, and swans are some swimming birds. A swimming bird, duck. Webbed feet of a swimming bird, duck. What have we learned? Birds are animals having wings and feathers. A bird's body mainly consists of a head, trunk, wings, and legs. Birds are two-legged animals. A bird's body is shaped like a boat. Birds have two types of feathers. 1. Down feathers and 2. Flight feathers. The shape of the beak reveals what kind of food a bird eats. Different birds have different kinds of feet and claws according to their use for perching, scratching, climbing, preying, wading, and swimming. New words learned. Beak or bill. Hard and horny part of a bird's mouth. Flapping. Waving up and down. Web. Skin joining the toes of a water bird. Wing. Feathered limb of a bird used to fly. Claws. Pointed nails. Talon. Claw of a bird of prey. Wade. Walk with difficulty through water or anything that makes progress difficult.